Welcome back, my Duelist friends. Casual Duelist here with another Time Wizard progressive deck. We just recently finished up all of our play stuff with the starter decks, Yugi and Kaiba. Again, we're kind of stuck anywhere in between March 29th and the end of April because these are the final builds. So this is like everything getting fully upgraded. And today we're going to be talking about what I like to call pre-Soul Control. Now, Soul Control is a deck that will dominate the first, official ban list. We're still sort of in, a pre-ban format. So everything's still at 3, but your only 3 sources for cards right now are the 2 starter decks and Legend of Blue Eyes. So, I am going to do the thing, because this is the deck that's getting put away. I'm going to give you guys the main deck, and then I'm going to show you guys the actual side deck once. Because this is how it's getting put away. So, side deck is no longer an optional thing for me. So just real quick, this is fully alphabetized. Bear with me. We are going to use 3 copies of the Battle Ox. Again, he's just awesome. 1700. He's one of the top attackers. 2 Judge Man, because he is the second best tribute monster at the time. We're going to go 3 Lao Jin because he is the best 4-star at this point. We are going to give it 3 Man-Eater Bugs. Now, the reason we're doing 3 Man-Eater Bugs is because I got to think between this and Honey Honey. Which one do I think is going to have more disruption? And honestly, if I can get my opponent to waste their Monster Reborn and stuff and have to drop out of the battle phase, perfect. With Ultimate Offering being a thing in the main card pool right now, I do not want to... I don't want my opponent to be incentivized to just simply play back the card real quick. I want it to have a little bit of a repercussion. We're going to trip up onto Neo the Magic Swordsman. Again, this rounds out my beater trio between Battle Ox, Neo, and Lao Jin. The 2 17s and the 18 definitely are the top tier power in this bit. They will start to be... slowly classed out into other 1800 point cards, and that's fine, but this is the beginning of the game. This is pre the first ban list, so it's different. And we are going to go with 3 Summoned Skulls. He is the top tier of tribute, low tribute, high attack monsters. And also, I got these ones. I get the speed 2 ones here. And it's cool because, early game, once we get to, I think it was Dark Crisis or something, we get the Arcfiend, archetype. And this dude actually always counts as one. So it's one of those little things you don't really think about. It wasn't super relevant in this portion of the game, but it will be later. And then last monster card, I got to go with 1 wall. I'm going to choose the Wall of Disruption over, again, I was playing Aquamador and I was playing Giant Soldier of Stone, and it was because they had great offense to pair off with those 2k defenses. But we're looking at a card that you either need to use a tribute monster or one of your copies of reinforcements to run through. Otherwise, it's going to just trampoline your monster back into your hand. So I'm looking at the offset from the field. Now, again, I do know that, again, Change of Heart's at 3. Dark Hole, Raigeki, these are all at 3. They could hit swords, they could use Fissure, they could just pop it. It's going to have one of the lower attacks on my side of the field. I get this. But for the momentary, the moment when it pops up, they realize that they're either going to have to battle trick with reinforcements, or they're going to have to let 2 monsters hit the trampoline. So again, I'm about trying to waste down the opponent's resources while I'm playing, and this is one of the ways that we're going to do that. Moving to the spells, since this is basically a pre-soul control rather than using soul exchanges, I'm going to use Change of Heart so I don't have to skip my battle phase. Everything should be about pure aggression right now, and just playing the top tier beatdown that you can. So again, Change of Heart has no restrictions. It's basically power 9 for Yu-Gi-Oh! And what it's going to do is you could just take the monster and leave it on your side of the field. I could tribute it, I could flip it, get the effect. If my opponent has a Man-Eater Bug, I could Change a Heart, take the monster, flip it, kick their other monster off the field, tribute it into my own Summoned Skull, give back nothing. I've really outed 2 cards on this 1 card while offsetting whether or not I need tribute materials. It's just good stuff. We are going to be running 2 D spells. D-Spell is just kind of important for me because like Swords of Revealing Light is going to be a threat. It's not just the whales at the card shop that are going to have it at this point, because anywhere from the end of March through all of April, there's going to be tons of booster packs that would have been opened. People are going to be able to get it. Plus, we're playing this in like as a Time Wizard form, so we know that Swords of Revealing Light has been printed in like every rarity. So just go get your commons, play with your friends. D-Spell is going to put in some work. Next up, you're going to need some Monster Reborns. Just because, again, as fast as everything goes to the graveyard, we also want to pick those cards back up. 3-Pot of Greed. Again, this is like Power 9 type power. It's just simple draw 2s. Again, no drawbacks. So this is fine. 3 Gekis. Destroy all your opponent's monsters. And I know I'm going to hear somebody go, just where are the Dark Holes too? The Dark Holes in the side deck. I'll show you here in a minute. But I think going in game 1 with this strategy and then having the flexibility to change it up game 2, that's where it matters. That's when you might choose some of that other stuff, depending on how your opponent's playing and what kind of cards they've got. So for right now, you just kind of go with your best option. And out of the two, you got to admit, the one that only punishes the opponent's side of the field over the one that hits the whole field is the better choice. I am going to be running 2 Swords of Revealing Light in the main. And again, there's going to be times where you're in like mirror match or pseudo mirror match where it's still somebody playing aggressive, but maybe not your same deck list. And being able to stall them out until they either A, draw their own D-Spell, or B, they wear out the Swords of Revealing Light. This is going to be considered a good play. Traps, we're going to have the 3 reinforcements because, again, battle tricking is important, and 3 trap holes. Because, again, denying your opponent that first summon, again, maybe they have an ultimate offering, and you're going to try to wait it out because you got trap hole and you got reinforcements. And you know that your Lajin is going to stand tall against anything, so you're waiting for them to pay the 500 to go into Summon Skull so you can hit it with a T-hole, waste 500 of their hit points. They've had to use their base normal summon, and they had to pay for the extra one. And then they realistically, like, the only way that thing's coming back at you is if they also have the Monster Reborn on their side of the field. So, this isn't a bad build. I do think this is 42 cards, though. Give me a second. I'm gonna like pause and count. All right, quick count said it was absolutely 42 cards sitting there. This still isn't a bad number, even in early Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like the 40 to 60 rule doesn't apply yet. I mean, you definitely have to be at least 40 cards, but being at exact 40 while you have this many pots of greed doesn't really matter as long as you're not like 44 plus. So it's all relatively the same. So here's the main deck, screen cap. Do whatever you guys want to do real quick. I'm going to pause, get this out of the way, and then I'm going to bring out the side deck. So just 1 second. All right. Now, the side deck is, and I'm going to say I did actually get a full side deck for this one. I think it's my other build that doesn't have a full. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is a full 15. So side decks are meant to encourage you to be able to adapt to situations based on not knowing what your opponent was playing. So first up, I'm running 3 card destructions in my side. Why am I running 3 card destructions? Simple. This is an easy way for any deck to technically speed up, but also attack Exodia. This may not have been as common a tactic or a reason to play it at that time. It would have just been to speed up. Kind of get like a pseudo mulligan. You just redraw however many you drop. But since it affects the opponent too, looking back at this, knowing that we're playing this as like a time period deal, Exodia is not only just ultra rares anymore. He's been printed in every rarity, including common, and that's where my set is, and that's what we're doing today. So 3 copies Dark Hole, because again, for the people that are like, yeah, Dark Hole, yeah, sometimes you gots to. I mean, it just is what it is, like that sometimes. Next up, we're gonna run 3 copies of Fisher. And Fisher's like a weird one because it's like, why didn't you just put those in the main deck? And it's like, why would I destroy one monster that's the weakest when I could wipe the entire side of the field? I feel like Fisher plays are different plays from other things. maybe you're more monster centric, you didn't really play Swords of Revealing Light, I can side out my D spells for these, you know? Like, there's already thought up routes I can go in order to make the best choices on the interim. I do have a third copy of Swords sitting in here, because again, it was always a good card. I do keep 2 copies of Ultimate Offering in here. And you guys might go like, 2? Like, yeah, 2. I'm playing 2. I feel like if you're playing 6 draw cards, whether they're the Pots of Greed or the Card Destructions, it's not hard to get into one of 2 copies in a 42 card deck. If you guys feel the need to play a third, simple, take out a Dark Hole, take out a Fisher. I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys how to build yours. I'm showing you how I build mine. And then the last one, of course, I'm not going to go anywhere with Owl Baku. I just didn't find a spot to where I really wanted to main it in the main. I think it's a great tech, but I think that's it. I think it's a tech for this build. I don't think, like, again, maybe you take out your swords and you put in Wobs. I mean, that's an easy swap. You guys can do whatever you guys want to do. This is just for fun. So I think this is going to be one of the better decks. I'll have to ask Celestial if she's just going to straight up copy mine or if she's going to have her own twist. But yes, this is going to be one of the decks where we're going to take like a week and we're going to like play test them all match style. And I may have a slight edge because I have an extra or have the side deck. But since she started her collection over again, technically she does too. So yeah, this is it for today. Let me check. I got like a little scheduled thing down here. I've actually got something really cool for you guys tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. I got an order in. It actually came in a little while ago. This stuff has been pre-taped out quite a ways. What I got was I got something else for Dungeon Dice Monsters. So we're going to take tomorrow. We're going to do a quick show off of it. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But for now, I want you guys to go out and enjoy your day. And we'll hope to see you guys on the next one. Later.